Pulsar. That's always cool to see. Look at that. $249 on that. Ooh, got Man Cave blowing in my ear. I want a steak dinner for that now. I'm expecting it.
Can we please get some music?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a while. It has been about 8 months since my last upload. But today that's going to change. We are here in Gastonia. We are at Gamers Alley. I'm with Sentri. He's over there doing a trade with the owner of the store. We are with Man Cave and ZacJacDan. He invited himself, but we'll let him stay because we're nice people like that. If you remember back in November, Sentri came down to visit Man Cave and they went to some stores and all that stuff. Sentri flew, so we couldn't bring all this stuff back home. So we've been trying to figure out a time to come down here to pick it up. And this weekend we were pretty much just like, let's just do it, because the next few months for both of us are gonna get pretty rough. There's one thing that I know I want that I haven't even looked for yet because the whole layout has changed. So we're gonna go see if we can find it, and let's see if we can find anything else. So if you guys have never been here, this is the shot when you first come through the door. So you got the middle row that has a lot of the pops, some hats over there, some keychains, some cases that have pops and various other figures. A lot of it's modern. There's the display of the store. And we come to the left. This is where a lot of the changes are. A lot of these cases have been changed out. A lot of really awesome items in these cases. So this whole setup is pretty much new. So you got all these Joes that are beautifully displayed. Not bad prices either. And they all have protective cases, which is a nice little added bonus. There's that. Coming on down, another shelf. Some Street Fighter. And we have a stack of Mortal Kombat, which I am going to go through because I might want to pick one or two of these up. So Johnny Cage is 89. If I can remember, I think there's a Sub-Zero down there, but we'll get them to open that in a second. But this whole row is pretty much like these two cases are G.I. Joe for the most part. And then there's a Star Wars case right next to it. And there's a piece in there that we're gonna take home with us today. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Joe stuff you don't see often. You don't see those cards at all, really. Some loose Joes here. Like that Shipwreck 75. It's gonna be at RetroCon this year. The guy who does his voice, if you guys are able to come out to that, Neil Ross, that'll be pretty cool. A little Baroness 45. So she's in pretty good shape. Some Joe comics, Recon Sled. Box vehicles down here. Here's my favorite right here. Star Wars stuff. Figures all look like they're pretty clean, pretty good condition. This TIE pilot for 40, I might be taking him home. I have one, but I just don't have him with the gun. And if you guys know, I'm a big TIE collector. TIE pilot, TIE fighters, all that. Got Palpatine back there, great price on him, 25. That Lando looks like to be it's in pretty good condition. Vinyl cape looks like it's intact, no rips, nothing like that. Big Fortuna for 80 on card. Squid head. I just picked him up actually a few months ago, right around the time I stopped doing videos. I'll show you guys that another time. Got the Vader TIE Fighter, which 200 box isn't terrible. I've definitely seen worse for around the same price. I would love to have that. I have an original TIE Fighter, I don't have the Vader one. Some graded figures. Oh, look at that. Emperor card for 300. If I get a good, I can't really get a good angle because of the glare, but I think this is okay. This is the TIE Fighter I have, but again, with the box isn't terrible. I might want to check the price on that. Money on Falcon, complete for 400. Yacht Villages, 350 missing the string. That's typical for that set. That's cool. Little guard bank. Land speeder. So as we move away from the G.I. Joes and the Star Wars, we come to this case. And this used to be Star Wars, if you remember. Or one of these cases was Star Wars. But got a firehouse with a box. $49 for this Sasquatch. That's a beautiful box. Some Lightning Collection, Green Ranger action for 130. Sword. And then we got some watches. Right next to that, got a little collection of masks. Look at this big Boulder Hill playset. This is $4.99, and this box is in great condition. The colors are good. Spydor. Again, really nice box. Some more mask. I love that Thunderhawk. One day I want to get one of those. I love mask. Battle Balloons is always a fun little set. And then we come down to some beautifully displayed Thundercats. And do a quick pan of that back row, and I'll show you guys the prices on these. I have a Chitara. You guys probably won't believe I found her at a Goodwill years ago for like $1.99 in a bag. I just need her staff, and she works well. Her action works. And this is what I was waiting to see, the turtle stuff. I remember when we first came down here, me and Mr. Fantastic, they just got this collection in, and it's in my intro. They were all, and they still are, they were all pretty much mint, unpunched. Most of those have since been sold, but it's still nice to see that there's some still hanging around. He's stuck. I have him. I think I'm just missing, I'm missing his wings. I can complete him. We got April. And coming down, There's 2 figures on this shelf I'm thinking about grabbing. That being one of them. I think that's $70, that says. It's the midshipman shipman Mike. This I have loose. I think you guys saw me buy this at one of the shows in Delaware. The Slapshot Leo. You guys remember when we came down and we went to Red and we were digging through that big turtle bin? I bought this, but this has been on my radar since they got this collection. It's mint, unpunched, still here, luckily, for $100. So that is definitely one thing coming home today. Muckman and Joe Eyeball. Was that 150 on that? And then Pete's Face, $1.50. We're coming down, some wacky action. Cave April, that's an awesome figure. Touchdown Leo. Look at all these freaking Shogun Warriors. Hard to contain myself because you guys know I'm always in Voltron, of course. I'm always talking about this. I want to get one of these one day. I just don't feel like my collection is ready for such a classic piece. Just need the space, really. I'll start working on my room and hopefully have a spot for it. Some more Voltron there. This has a lot of cops and crooks figures. I've always liked that figure right there, the big boss. Always reminded me of Kingpin when I was younger. Expensive line, but a fun line. Come down, some RoboCop. So if you guys can't see these prices, Sergeant Reed and on goes from 40, 50, 50 for Toxic Waster, 40 for Chainsaw, and then the 40 for the Headhunter, just in case you can't see the prices. And we come down to some Jurassic Park pieces. Got $60 on Dennis Nedry, 45 on Ellie, and 40 on Tim. Some Centurions, Chips. Me and Sentri were talking about this Chuck Norris Karate Commanders figure. This is really nice. It's $100. Excellent figure. Starsky and Hutch Mego. That's a really cool find. A little unpunched too. Some Brave Star. Brave Star's another really good toy line. Great cartoon. Great everything. Battle Base. Wheeled Warriors. And then moving on down. Check this out, man. Some Silverhawks. I just realized there's some Dino Riders in the back of the Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers, so we'll see if we can get a shot of those. Some Visionaries, and then coming down there's more Visionaries. Again, if you can't see the prices, $175, $225, $225, $175, and I think this one is $249. Over here, there's some like newer stuff, you know, some NECA. But if you come down, we got the Rippin' Rider from Gargoyles for $50. And then we have some Beetlejuice, some more Gargoyles. Lighting's not great over here, so I'm sorry if it's a little dark. So Supernaturals, that's something that's been on my list. $40 a pop, it's not terrible. but let's see. Like I said, we are planning on going to a couple different places, so I don't blow it all in one spot. Crashed Dummies, Hercules. Sentri has like all of them. That's like his favorite show. Coming up to some Mummies Alive, another great short-lived cartoon, short-lived toy line. And you guys know I love my Skeleton Warriors. I love seeing all these just sitting there like this. Love some Skeleton Warriors. So we are now going to go down here, see what's in these cases. Starting off in this one, we have some Shadow. Hey, there's a Mummy figure back there. $40. My wife would love that. She loves the Mummy. Oh, look at that. We have the Chase Billy Gunn. 50. Stuff down there. And then beautifully displayed Alien and Predator figures from Kenner. But you guys know, I think I have most of this because we've been pretty consistent with collecting these when we can. Although again, I can still tell you I don't know if I have all of them. I don't know if I have the Scorpion. I keep forgetting if I have that one or not. The Gorilla I know we have. I'm pretty sure I have most of the Predators. I haven't looked at them in quite some time, so I definitely have to get my list going so I don't buy extras. Some Congo, $10. I have both of those figures though. That little Dracula figure is an idea though. I like little Dracula. So, some Casper stuff. And coming down, we have a whole shelf dedicated to Waterworld. Cheap too. Then moving to this case, starts the Swamp Thing. Nice little collection of Swamp Thing figures and vehicles. Some Sectars. Big thing you've been probably seeing Sentri jumping on a lot lately. So $350 for that lot. Coming down, we got some Xena, Turbo Man, my pet monster. Looks really good. And check that out, it has some Outer Limits. I was able to get the case opened, so let's see who we have. Johnny Cage, looks really good. We've got Liu Kang, 60. And oh, that wasn't Sub-Zero, it was Smoke, 90. Wow. This is one of the ones I really want. And then we have the movie Shang Tsung down there. Oh man. You guys remember like 2 or 3 years ago at RetroCon when I found that one that was 100? Yeah, I still am kicking myself for not grabbing that. But if I were to keep this on card, I would definitely want a more straight card. So I might end up just passing on that. It's nothing against, you know, Scott or anybody. I mean, it's a great price for it. For me personally, I would just want a card kind of like the Johnny Cage one, you know, where it's straight and, you know, kind of sharp and all that. So that's that. So far, we are taking the TIE Pilot, complete with his weapon, $40. And we have the Sewer Sports Slapshot Leo that we're taking. Very good condition. So we're gonna continue looking around, see what else we can film. and then we're gonna move on to our next spot. Of course, you can't be a store called Gamers Alley without having video games, which is what we're gonna go over now before we leave. So from that wall all the way around here is all video games. So starting off on the right, PS3 galore. And from what I can tell from back here, tons of really, really good titles. The PS3 is one of my favorite consoles to collect for. Right off the bat, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. This is a really good game. I want to find the Sly Cooper collection, which is a little bit of a harder to find title on the PS3. It can be a little pricey, but I'm a huge Sly Cooper fan. I wish they would do more games for this character. I wish they would even do more merchandise for this character. But yeah, big Sly Cooper guy. Move on down. I'm sure you guys are seeing some titles that you love or that you remember playing. I mean, the PS3 is not terribly old. So, and again, if you guys see anything that you do like, I will obviously link Gamers Alley down below, so you can just hit them up, call the store, come in if you're in the area, make a road trip, and I'm sure you can get some stuff sent to you. So we're moving into the 360. I almost forgot about this game, Earth Defense Force 2025. I've never played it. I've seen gameplay. It's a really fun looking game. Moving on down to some Switch games. This is where my wife would lose her mind because she is a big gaming enthusiast, and she right now is really collecting for the Switch. So maybe after this I'll message her and see if there's anything that she may want. But lots of good titles. If you guys have any favorite Switch games or any recommendations for us, please let us know in the comment section. Because like I said, we are always looking to add some titles. Bayonetta, she absolutely loves Bayonetta. I remember on the PS3, that was one of her favorite games. I remember playing House of the Dead in the arcades. You guys remember Carnival? That was another arcade shooter that I wish would get ported to home consoles or something. And then moving on down to some PS5, which I have yet to get one of these consoles. Hopefully pretty soon I will get it. I've heard Rogue City's a really good game. Stray, that was a game I was kind of oddly interested in checking out. Remake of Dead Space I heard was really good. Moving down to some PS4. For those of you who aren't into video games, no, I will not be offended if you skip this whole section. Maybe I'll put a timestamp so you guys know when the toys pick back up. More PS4 down here. Which goes right into Xbox One. Dead Island 2, still haven't played that game yet. Goat Simulator. Really? Is that really like what it sounds like it is? My God. I'll just pull back and show you guys the case as a whole. Again, if you guys are in the area, you're better off just coming and visiting and see if they have anything you need. Some good titles in that little stand, on that little riser right there. Amazing boxed collection in 64. Some carts. Star Soldier's an excellent game. I have that complete box actually. Got that a long time ago. We can actually get a game like that for like fairly cheap. I think I may have paid like 20 bucks for it at the time. Coming on down. Got a copy of Mike Tyson's Punch Out right there.
Oh, those ones if you want to open up trading in.
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. Long box PlayStation games. Always fun to see these out in the wild. Some titles here I haven't seen in a very long time. Coming down. Another great selection on the riser. Symphony of the Night. What more can I say about it? It's a classic. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Another classic. Amazing game. Damn, $6.50. That game shot up a lot in price. And then you guys probably saw on my Instagram, I took a picture of these. Check out the Lunar games over here. That is insane. Yeah, some Japanese PS1 games. Dino Crisis, which I wish Capcom would remake that. I think a lot of people have been pushing for that. And now one of my favorite consoles, the PS2. And I think I've mentioned this before. This was my first console I ever got where it was just mine. Got it for Christmas, 2001. And I probably put countless hours into this system. I still have pretty much all of my original games, you know, sold some off over the years, but I have been able to build it back up. Some Game Gear. Just like a Saturn. Always fun to see Saturn games out and about. And we're coming down to one of my favorites, not the 32X, but the Genesis. One of my favorites. Came over here to some more Genesis games, mostly loose games. Battletoads, Double Dragon, Rise Star. Zero Tolerance. Another excellent game. Hard Drive and Indiana Jones. So many amazing Genesis games in this case. I am looking for the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube. The wife really wants it. She's got every game up to this point except for that one, so that is a game that we are going to be on the lookout for. Impressive Wii collection. Down into some Wii U games. And then we come down into some more Wii U games. We're almost done, guys, I promise. We're finishing up. 3DS. Impressive selection of Game Boy games. Some more Game Boy Advance. Switch games on this shelf. Again, I had to send some pictures to the wife, see if there's anything that she needs. Here we have some more Xbox games, in this case with some 360 and some original Xbox games. We are almost done, guys. We have one more case. Just bear with me. PS5 and PS4 games. Alright. We are done. We are done the video games, we're done the toys. There's Mr. Man Cave and Mr. Sentry.